Hello, my name is Frederick and I work as a digital demand executive here at SAP. Today I'm going to talk about the GDPR and how you can be compliant with the GDPR by using Business Bydesign. Now, first off, the GDPR, it stands for General Data Protection Regulation, and it's a game-changing data privacy law set out by the European Union, and it's going to be enforceable from the 25th of May this year. And the goal of this new legislation is to help align existing data protection protocols, all while increasing the level of protection for individuals. All the reforms going into effect are designed to help customers gain a greater level of control over their data, while offering more transparency throughout the data collection and use process. Now, there are a lot of requirements you'll have to implement to make sure you're in line with the GDPR. And if you're not already aligned with the GDPR, here's 3 things I think you should at least start thinking about to become compliant with the GDPR. The first one, obtaining consent. Your terms of consent must be clear. This means that you can't stuff your terms and conditions with complex language designed to confuse your users. Consent must be easily given and freely withdrawn at any time. The second one is the right to be forgotten, also known as the right to data deletion. Once the original purpose or use of the customer data has been realized, your customers have the right to request that you totally erase their personal data from your systems. And the third one, the right to data access. If your users request their existing data profile, you must be able to serve them with a fully detailed and free electronic copy of the data you have collected about them. This report must also include the various ways you're using their information as well. Those 3 steps are at least a start on being compliant with the GDPR, even if there's so much more to be fully compliant. But with Business Bydesign, you will be fully GDPR compliant. And today I'm going to show you how you can, with Business Bydesign, find all the information about the persons that you have in your system. And also, I'm going to show you how you can take it all away. So let's check it out. Okay, we're back in Business Bydesign. But before I start showing you how you can find all the information and take it all away, let me tell you what could happen if you fail to comply with the GDPR. Failing to comply with the GDPR can mean different things for businesses depending on the level of infraction. But on the high end, businesses may be required to pay up to 4% of their global turnover, or 20 million euros in fines, whichever is highest. So that is a very good reason for you to stay compliant with the GDPR. But enough of that, let's get to it. So to find information of our accounts and employees, we go to the Data Protection and Privacy tab and then click on Personal Data Disclosure. Here we have the opportunity to search for natural persons, and just as an example for today, let's search for private accounts. We type in the name of the account and then we find matching accounts in the list below. And if I click on one of the contacts, a button to disclose data for that person appears. And what happens now when I press the button is that the database will search all of the business documents and master data for this private accounts. Okay, and down here we find an organized roll down list of all the information, and I'm going to show you, such as the appointments and emails, for example. So right here, appointments, email, letters, you name it. But we can also see that there are a few sales opportunities for this account, and if I press the opportunity, I can navigate directly to the sales opportunity. So this gives a great deal of insight to what data has been stored about the person. Now, if a person requests to, you have to delete the data. And we have a similar function for that in the Business Partner Data Removal tab. And as you can see, it looks just as the previous step where we find all the information,
And as an example, we can search this time for all the business partners. And then you search for the partner. In this case, we use Strummer. One more time. And then I get a longer list. You can see it's the same accounts we just seen, but there are obviously a couple of partners as well, which has the same name. And let me once again open the functionalities for this account. I can first of all remove all data. So if I click here on remove, I get an overview over the data. And when I confirm that I want to remove all the data, I get a message that I will remove all the data. And if it's not possible to destroy the data, it will at least be anonymized. Furthermore, you can also have the capabilities to block removals if you're, for example, in a lawsuit with a customer or a business partner and want to avoid to destroy the data. And that is why you can assign a block as legal reason and also put a comment or a description on the block, and that will stop other users to delete the data because it's still needed for the lawsuit. And this is basically how you can do. If you want to find the information you have about your partners or employees, but also, as we just saw, how you can remove the data if required from the business partner or employees, customers, you name it. And that's it. Now you know how you can find the information about the employees or business partner, and you also know how you can remove the data if necessary as well. And that's it for today. I actually have nothing more to show you regarding the GDPR for this time. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you soon again.